This video was brought to you in part by the supporters of the AMTV Patreon. Thank you. Hello there guys, it's Adam Martyn here and I'm joined for this very special Sunday catch-up by my girlfriend, Rebecca Phythian.
That's me!
That's you. This is the first Sunday catch-up I'm doing over Zoom, so if there's any technical glitches, apologies in advance. But yeah, just thought I'd get you on, you know, people want to ask you questions, people want to pick your brains, so yeah, you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am actually. I had a quick sneaky peek at some of the questions, and there's some really interesting ones. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this will go.
Yeah, there you go. So all you lot are excited to this because this is what you wanted. Before we start, first of all, you should go over to Becca's channel and subscribe and watch her videos because she makes some cracking content of so many different varieties and genres. So head over to hers. Links will be in the description, all that good stuff. And also, Becca will be making an appearance at some point on the podcast, AMTV Radio, where we'll have a proper in-depth chat about this, that, and everything. But if you want to ask Becca any questions for the podcast, please feel free to do so. Leave them in the comments of this video. Just make sure you say this is for the podcast, because not for the Sunday catch-up, because that's what this is. And keep your eyes peeled on my Twitter and stuff, because I'll probably put something there. But yeah, right, Becca, if you're ready, shall we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, folks, let's get into your questions. And the first one we have is from Tom Mason, who has, well, he says, I'm guessing it's for both of us, says, what is your thoughts on children's TV now?
In comparison to when we were kids, it's a lot more accessible to children that might have disabilities or children that might learn in different ways, because obviously we all learn differently. I'm a very visual person. You pick things up very well by listening to them. So I think in terms of where we are now with children's TV, I think that's the way it's kind of gone. And yeah. I think it's a good thing, really.
No, it is good. I mean, to follow that with what I think, I mean, obviously the programs aren't for us anymore. So those who say, oh, children's TV's rubbish, it's like, yeah, because it's not made for you. It's made for the current generation. So, but yeah, I'm all for the more accessibility. I think I'll say in advance, guys, because it's your first time on the Sunday catch-up, I'll let you give detailed answers. I might skim over some things because you lot have heard lots of my opinions over the years. So
I would agree.
Oh, exactly. Tom also asks, favourite classic Who companion? You've dabbled in the classics, haven't you? Like the odd one.
Yeah, I have. I would say I'm really awful with names, and any Whovians that are going to be watching this are going to be like, shame on you, Rebecca. But Sylvester McCoy's companion.
Yeah, are you thinking of Sophie Aldred, who played Ace? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. Yeah, there was just something very quirky about her, very sort of, I thought she was quite direct as a person, and yeah. I liked that. I've also met her, so that's
there you go, little name drop in there. But yeah, she's probably mine as well. She's just so different to most of the other companions of that classic run, so she's great. And Tom also says, favourite classic Who story? Now am I going to have to pick out the name for you if you describe it?
You're going to have to answer this question because I have not watched enough classic Who to be able to answer it.
I mean, mine changes all the time, but Tom, if you're watching, I'd probably have to say it's a toss-up between things like Tomb of the Cybermen, Remembrance of the Daleks, The War Games, The Happiness Patrol, The Ambassadors of Death, Inferno. See what I mean? It changes all the time. And now we have one from Frosty Kohler 42, who says, oh, well, again, there's two Doctor Who questions. I'll whiz through those. So, best Tom Baker story, that's tough. Maybe The Deadly Assassin. Worst Tom Baker story, again, equally tough because he's wonderful. Probably something like Underworld. And this can be for both of us. Favourite food on a date?
I would say pizza. That's like my go-to. I think if not, maybe like a curry.
Ooh, that's a shout, yeah. Nah, I like an Italian, as you know, as a lot of you know by now. Or a good old burger and chips. Yeah, exactly. We've got some from Max Jackson. These are for both of us, who says, have you two ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Well, I know I certainly haven't, but...
No, never.
Yeah. I've heard rave reviews about it. People seem to love it, but I've never dabbled myself.
No.
Cheeseburger or hot dog?
Hot dog.
Oh, see, I go cheeseburger.
Yeah. What? No, it's got to be a hot dog. Bit of ketchup on. That is perfect to me. I love those.
Best of both worlds. We can share. And steak or lasagna?
I don't like steak, so
well, it's gotta be lasagna then. Yeah. I'd probably go lasagna as well. To be fair, I do like steak, but it wouldn't be like not my go-to. We've got one from Kyle Wright, who, okay, so there's a question for Adam, question for Rebecca, and question for both. So mine is, what's the funniest skit of The Simpsons you've ever seen? I've got to now process like 30 years of Simpsons references. Oh, I can't think off the top of my head, but I love all of The Simpsons. I don't care what people say. Oh, it's awful now. It's not. It really isn't. And your question is, did you know that Boy George lives in a caravan?
No, I did not. Which is interesting because I do actually really like Boy George, and I didn't know that. Where did you get that information?
Well, I know I'm doubting the source, but we'll have to do some research. But and the question for both of us is, where did you both first meet each other?
Lipper.
Yeah, which is the drama school we trained at back in 2014, which feels like a very long time ago now. But yeah, I guess we technically spoke to each other first on Facebook like a few months before. It was sort of the thing where once you found out who was going to start, everyone sort of added each other and maybe did the awkward like, hello, you in my year at Lipper? But
yeah, I think the first thing we spoke about was definitely Doctor Who.
And see, there you go, kids. It's all about Doctor Who. But I think when we first actually met, we just sort of hit it off running, really. We just both really got on. We're both northern. That helps.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything else, or that's all we're gonna say?
No, I tuned into your weirdness pretty quickly, and ever since it's been a very big part of my life. So, yeah.
Oh. Making us go all cutesy. Got a question from Junior the Platoon King 2008, who says, if you had to write Spider-Man 4, how would you write it? I'm guessing he means the original trilogy with Tobey Maguire, which you have seen, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd write it, to be honest. I was kind of happy with the trilogy.
Yeah, I feel the same, really. I must be honest, I'm not the biggest fan. I prefer the newer Spider-Man films. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's fine. Well, on the newer Spider-Man films, the next question from Junior was who would you cast as Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe apart from Tom Holland, who of course is the current Spider-Man?
Ooh, I'm thinking along the lines of like when Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man, because I really liked him and his style. So I can't think of anyone right now, but probably someone similar to him.
Oh, fair enough. Different styles for different people. And he says, are you excited for the MCU Spider-Verse film that's coming in December of this year? If you mean the Spider-Man 3 that they're making with Tom Holland, I don't know if they've confirmed that as a multiverse film. So there's rumours that the next Tom Holland film is going to be one where the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man are also in it. But I don't know how true that is. I mean, I'm just excited for a new Spider-Man film, really. Yeah. We've got one from Eric E549. His first question is just to you, and it's, who's the best Doctor?
Oh, well, it's got to be Christopher Eccleston, hasn't it? I can't sway from that path. I really can't. He's the Doctor that I grew up with, and for me personally, he is everything that I imagine the Doctor to be. And he's from Salford, which is not far from where I live. So, I mean, He speaks my language.
Well, there you go. There you go. You see, good answer. The next one is from, well, it says Sharon Phythian, and now I'm doubting. I think someone's either taken inspiration from yourself, or if they're called Phythian, great. I mean, I'd never met another Phythian, and apart from your immediate family.
It's a very rare name.
It
is a very rare name.
But the first thing isn't a question. It just says love Bex, and I mean, there you go.
Oh,
isn't that nice?
I love you too, Sharon.
And the question is, does Bex go to the gym?
No, but I am very much into my fitness, and I tend to work out almost every day in some respect or another. I'm very into my running, and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah. You sort of don't need a gym, do you? You do it all yourself.
No, I just think it's a waste of money, really. You can buy a handful of equipment, like gym equipment, and you would still save money by buying your own equipment. Yeah. So it just seems silly, really, to me, if you go to the gym.
That's fair shout. And Joseph Adder, well, these are all for me, so I'll skim through them. He says, do you know Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out soon? I bloody hope so. It's been coming out for a long time now. Do you know Granada and Westward Television? I know the names. And do you know Doctor Who Adventure Frontier in Space? Yeah, one of the most underrated Pertwee stories ever. Rewatch it right now. Our next one is from Mario Bowser 494, who says, what do you think will be the most and least likely missing stories to be animated based off episode count, number of characters, and audio quality? My God! So Doctor Who missing episodes. I mean, I know you're not as familiar with the missing stuff, so I'll just say the Daleks Master Plan would be great, and this one could be for both of us. Do you think Ruth Wilson would be a good Rani? And the Rani is a female Time Lord. Think like the Master, but a woman. Ruth Wilson, where do I know that name?
Oh no, I'm thinking of Ruth Jones.
I thought that instantly, but yeah. I'm like, no, it's not Ruth Jones, is it?
I'm not sure who it is then.
Who knows? Maybe. We've got one from Ribalyte, who's I'll do the question for you first. It says, have you heard the stories about Adam's old Toy Story 1 tape?
I feel like I probably have, but it's probably somewhere ingrained in my memory.
It's not that exciting. It's just I had a tape of Toy Story 1, and after like the second watching it, that classic thing, it got like gunged up in the machine and didn't work, but it's not that exciting.
Oh, okay.
And the question for me, but I'd extend this to you as well, is have you seen the other Lion King movies? So Lion King 2 and Lion King 3. Yeah, that Lion King 3, because Becca calls it Lion King 1.5, which is what it is in.
Different, okay.
That is true. I guess for clarification, it's Lion King 1.5 in the US, but technically over here it's Lion King 3. But both are acceptable. But I've seen them. I love it, and you've seen them, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. I'm a huge fan of the second Lion King film. I just think the music in it is so memorable, and you can't I can't watch that film without singing along. So, I mean, kudos to whoever wrote the music.
And from the Kyle John 1, the question for Rebecca is, what do you think of Adam's Now collection?
I think it's great.
I do too. Funny that. And the question for me was, do I know there's going to be another Now country album coming soon? Yes, for some reason there is. And the one for both of us is, what films do you both enjoy watching together?
Well, I think the first one we will both agree on is Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet, absolutely. A wonderful film.
I really enjoyed watching the Terminator films with you.
Yeah, the first two. Great movies. Yeah.
That was my first experience of watching them. So I think watching it with you and knowing that you absolutely love those films made such a difference to how I watched them. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching those with you.
Hell yeah. And there's more to go. I'll get you on the rest, don't worry. We've got one from Suridox 2001 who says, Adam and Rebecca, what's your YouTube camera and mic? Well, for me, I use a Canon, and with camera names, they're so long. It's a PowerShot something or other. It's a Canon. It's a nice little Canon camera. And my mic is a toner mic. It's just a USB one, but it does the job. What about yourself?
I tend to use mainly my phone for most of the filming that I do. and I've got a Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite. It's a very long title.
I know.
But I do have a mic as well, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what it's called.
The names are so long, aren't they?
I know, it's ridiculous.
He says, Adam, where did you get the BBC on air thing at the top left? Well, you can't see it now, it's up there. But my brother got me that for Christmas. It was designed by a guy on Facebook, and it looks great. I love it. And Rebecca, do you watch every video Adam releases on the channel?
No, of course I don't. I'd be here all day. Like, no offense, Adam, because I love watching your videos, and I especially like the Sunday catch-ups. They're one of my favourites. But I would say that a lot of the sort of in-depth Doctor Who videos I tend not to watch, purely because I would rather have seen those episodes and then watch them. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's kind of pointless me watching them at this moment. So yeah, no. The answer to the question is no.
That's fair. And one from the Mafia City Cult is, do you prefer the slanted or new BBC logo? I do like the slanted one. I'll try and tilt my camera up. So the slanted one is that one you see on the sign, or the one they've got now, just like the standard straight blocks, I guess?
I would say slanted, to be honest. I think it's a bit more interesting.
It is a bit more interesting, isn't it? And one from channel NEM. Also, sorry if I'm racing, guys. There are a lot of questions, and I don't want this video to be like 3 hours long. So that's why I'm like, yep, we done it. Channel NEM. Who are your celebrity crushes?
Oh, I wasn't expecting a question like that. I would say Cillian Murphy.
Ooh.
If you
Mr. Chisel Cheeks himself.
Yeah, if you aren't familiar with him, go and Google him right now. He is Thomas Shelby in Peaky Blinders, as well as having played loads of other parts in stage and film. I just think it's his talent and overall look that sort of draw me in. He's a very beautiful man.
He certainly is. And mine's Daniel Craig, because he's gorgeous. And who is your favourite celebrity couple?
I would say mine is Stacey Solomon and Joe Swash.
All right.
It's a bit of a random one, but I really like Stacey Solomon. She was on the X Factor years and years ago, and ever since, she's just worked so hard for her and her family. And she's recently got engaged to Joe Swash, who is he's a presenter, he's like a TV personality, and together they're just hilarious. Like, I just think they're such a fun couple, and you can tell how much they dote on each other. So that is my answer.
And this says, Adam, are you planning on proposing? Go on, do it on your Sunday catch-up. If not, this is going to be awkward. Well, Channel NEM, I'm not going to do it on the Sunday catch-up. I'd like, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it in person. Thank you very much. So
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, exactly. Scented Candles 123. The question for me is, do you own a car? No, I can't drive. And the question for Becca is, what do you think of Adam's Doctor Who obsession? Oh, that's a choice word, scented, isn't it? Obsession.
I don't mind it. I think it's really nice when I see your passion really shine through when you talk about Doctor Who. So for me, I don't mind it at all. I think it's a really nice thing.
Well,
quality.
Thank goodness for that. So
yeah, no.
We have one from Squall Rowlandson who says, this can be extended to both of us. It says, hello, Adam, but hello, Adam and Rebecca. What would you think if the Swan Princess from 1994, which I think I've seen, crossed over with the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie from 1998? If you mean the CGI weird one, no thank you. Have you seen the Swan Princess?
I know which film it is, but no, I haven't seen it, and no, that would not work.
Absolutely not. We've got one from Lelouch Lampeau Rouge. I think I'm saying it right. For Becca, do you support Man United or Man City?
I support Man United. but I'm not as much of an avid football fan as I used to be. When I was a teenager especially, I was really, really into my football. I used to go and watch matches a lot. Like, it was my thing. And then I discovered acting, and that kind of took over a little bit.
Yeah, a Man United fan with a Liverpool fan. Who would have thunk it?
I can't believe you're a Liverpool fan. Like, I'm ashamed.
Champions of Europe? What? Top of the
league?
Yeah,
what? Whatever. I know that United aren't the best, but still, it's not Liverpool.
No. And have you watched any anime?
No, nothing comes to mind. But I would like to watch some. Definitely. Like, I think it's just that I've never really gotten around to watching any of them.
That's fair. And for both of us, who should replace Jodie as the Doctor? Well, at the minute, I'm saying no one because I don't want her to leave. I want her to stick around. I mean, at the minute, at the time we're recording this, the route is just a rumor that she's leaving. It's not confirmed. So, yeah, I'd like to see her do at least 2 more series if she's up for it. What about yourself?
Yeah, I must admit, I agree with you on that one. Like, I don't particularly want Jodie to leave just yet. I didn't really connect with her that much at first, but now I do feel like gradually she's really settling into the role. So I'm quite enjoying seeing where it goes, but I don't think I'm ready for her to go just yet. If I had to pick somebody, that is a tough question, but I'd probably say someone like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, maybe. I know there's been rumour that she might be a contender kind of thing, but I think she's got a quality about her when she's acting on screen that would just work where the Doctor's concerned. So yeah, that's why.
That's a fair shout. Who's your favourite actress? Asks Princewell IDK.
Oh, my favourite actress. Scarlett Johansson came to mind straight away, and I don't know what it is about her, but I find her very interesting to watch. I don't know if anyone watching this will know who this is, but there's an actress called Jodie Benson, and she's done a lot of stage acting. And I saw her in The Heights, which is a musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And she was absolutely incredible. She felt every moment of that character's journey, and her performance was just epic. I think I cried to her after the show as well. I was like, "You were so amazing!" So yeah, she's up there as well, definitely.
So go and Google her if you don't know who she is, folks. And CBBC or CITV?
CBBC.
Good answer. Doctor Who fan. This first one's for me, I guess. So it says, have you listened to any of the Big Finish Lost Stories range? Since you're a McCoy fan, I'd recommend the Lost Season 27. I haven't gotten around to the Lost Stories range, but it is on my list. And this is for both of us, I guess. Thoughts on Christmas TV in 2020? We were performing for a lot of the Christmas season.
Yeah.
So.
I think in that week between Christmas and New Year, there was actually quite a lot of good stuff on, I thought. There was a lot of really good family films. I was quite happy, actually. I found myself wanting to watch the TV a lot more because of what was on. So, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, wasn't nearly as bad as everyone says it was.
No.
From Roger Darthwell, all questions for you. Are you also a Doctor Who fan?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad we've established that by now. What is your favourite TV channel?
I'm going to have to say BBC, aren't I? It's got to be. Because there's a lot of stuff on there that is very different to other channels, and like BBC Earth and that kind of thing. I love watching those programmes that David Attenborough narrates. You've got like Strictly Come Dancing, which I'm obsessed with. Yeah, I could go on, but yeah, I would say. Oh, and of course, Doctor Who.
And what's your favourite radio station?
BBC Radio 2.
Big shout. Time Lord Master 108 says, what are your thoughts on Trump being impeached twice? Well, he's gone now, so good riddance, but...
Yeah, I second that.
And have you ever watched Blake 7? And if so, what do you think? I haven't, but I do need to get on Blake 7.
No, never watched it. What is it?
It's like, it was made in the 70s and 80s. Think Doctor Who, but proper like hardcore sci-fi stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's what Blake 7 is, I think. And have you seen Soul? If so, what were your thoughts?
Yes, I have seen it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a multi-layered film, really enjoyable to watch. There was some really gritty, dark moments in there, but some really nice humour and imagery in there as well. I thought the animation was beautiful.
Oh, it was,
yeah, I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same as you. I felt anyone watching it as a creative will connect to it in sort of a maybe a deeper level, because obviously it was all about him being a creative. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, get Disney Plus and watch it. It's so beautiful. James Delaney says, what was your favourite CBBC Saturday morning show? And I'll confess it, most Saturday mornings I was watching CITV only because they had a segment called Toonatic, which was great. But so
yeah,
do you remember Toonatic? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what was on a Saturday. Was it Dick and Dom?
That was probably on a Saturday. Yeah, Dick and Dom in the bungalow.
I do remember watching that quite a lot. I must admit, I wasn't a huge fan of that show, but I did watch it a lot.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make any sense, but I was a kid. I didn't really know any better. So yeah, I would say that's probably what I watched on a Saturday.
Good shout. Hassan Junaid says, hi, Rebecca. What's your favourite... Hi. What's your favourite Harry Potter movies?
Oh, God, I've got to try and remember the names of them all now.
So you've got Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, and The Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and Part 2.
Right, so The Deathly Hallows Part 1 is my number one favourite. My second favourite, very closely following Deathly Hallows Part 1, would be The Prisoner of Azkaban. Those are my favourite.
Prisoner of Azkaban's my number 2 as well, pipped just by Goblet of Fire. I love Goblet of Fire. And what's your favourite video games? I think I know the answer to this one.
Well, I've only dabbled in gaming, so I absolutely love Animal Crossing, and I love Nintendogs. It's really basic, I know, but I just love it. And a childhood favourite would be Soul Calibur 2 on the PlayStation. I absolutely loved that game.
Soul Calibur's a big shout. Great game.
It was such a good game, and I used to steal it from my sister because she was much more into gaming than I was. And I like that one a lot.
I'll have to see if they've done like a modern version of Soul Calibur 2. We'll have to bash that out sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
And what's your favourite movies?
Ooh, I really like the 3 Billboards.
In Ebbing, Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite films. I really like Frozen 2. Treasure Planet, obviously. Forrest Gump is one of my favourite films as well. Trying to think if there's any others. I think that's probably it, to be honest.
That's fair. There's a good selection of films, though. Nice variety. Mitchell says to both of us, do you hate the new Grubhub ad? Well, I don't know what you're talking about, so...
No idea.
Sorry. And, well, this says Adam, but I mean, it says, did you ever play Minecraft? I've dabbled in Minecraft, but never, like, fully. Have you dabbled in Minecraft?
No, never played it.
That's probably for the best. And also, where did you get hold of all those badges? Mainly eBay. A lot of time on eBay, but yeah, that's one-stop shop for badges. VHS Artifact says to both of us, 80s or 90s music? Well, I'm going to say 80s music, but...
Yeah, 80s.
Big shout. Favourite genre of film? Oh, that's a tough one. I do like a good horror film.
Oh, no, I don't like horror films. I'm not sure, actually. I really like action films, but I also really like animation. I will always connect with animation. So Yeah, let's go with animation.
This is one of the biggest Disney fans ever right here.
Yeah.
And favorite Channel 4 show? I mean, I don't really watch much Channel 4 at all, so I don't answer that really.
See, I do, and I would say Gogglebox.
Of course, yeah. Why Gogglebox?
There's something really comforting about watching people watch the TV and hearing them say things in their living room that you're saying about the same show. There's something really comforting about it, and it's just hilarious.
There you go. If that's not a sales pitch for Gogglebox, I don't know what is. DJF Vlog says, favorite new Netflix box set? I mean, the last thing I think I watched on Netflix was The Crown, so I'd have to say that. But what about yourself, Becca?
Oh, I've recently started watching Schitt's Creek, and I would say that is probably the one. It's really, really good.
Fair. I knew there's so much on Netflix I need to watch. Like there's that Bridgerton everyone keeps talking about that I need to watch.
I'm not sure if I'm interested in that.
Yeah, another period drama about rich people. Great. BBC or ITV? Well, I think you know my answer. So.
Yeah, BBC.
And are you excited for Now Glam Pop's 70s? I mean, I am. Are you excited for a glam pop album from now?
Yeah.
Why not? Joe W97 for you, Becca, says, what's your favourite genre of music?
I would say, if not musical theatre, then just pop. I really like pop music. Yeah.
Can't beat a bit of pop. Phythian Wanderer says, what do you think of Jodie's Doctor, and do you have a favourite episode of hers? I was thinking about this the other day. I did really like The Haunting of Villa Diodati. That was probably my favourite of hers so far. I love her Doctor, personally. I think she's great. What about you?
I would say the one that was... I can't remember the name of it. I've got a memory like a sieve. The episode that was on New Year's Day.
Oh, Revolution of the Daleks, yeah.
Yeah, that was my favourite of Jodie's episodes.
Cracking story. And they also ask, well, it says, do you watch Doctor Who? And if so, do you have a favourite Doctor, which we've already established is the one and only Christopher Eccleston. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Dr. 9. Mateus Fret 53 says, what's your favourite dish? Well, mine's spaghetti bolognese, and yours is?
Hawaiian pizza. Don't at me.
One of the few things we disagree on, but okay.
Don't even get me started.
Do you like the Eurovision Song Contest? I love it. One of the highlights of my year.
Yeah, I quite like it as well. I probably not as much of an avid fan as you are, but I really enjoy watching it.
And they say, do you like Mercedes' car? I mean, it's a box with 4 wheels to me. What about you?
Yes, I do.
Cars, man. I wish I understood. UK TV Production says, what's the weirdest... Oh, okay. It says, what's the weirdest ad between the Little Baby's ice cream one or the PS3 baby? If you haven't watched my video Scaries from like ages ago, I mean, I'm going to have to... So the Little Baby's ice cream one is where it's like a guy covered in ice cream, like head to toe, and it's just him with his bulging eyes, like eating this ice cream whilst he's covered in it. Okay. And then the PS3 baby one is, it's like this baby doll that sees a PlayStation 3 and like makes it levitate, it makes weird noises, it cries for no reason. It's a very strange advert, but I mean, for me, probably the Little Baby's ice cream one, because whilst I'm all for people covering themselves in ice cream, I just found it a bit unnerving, really. And this one's already been asked, but Becca, do you like Doctor Who? Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Excellent. Robtastic Productions says, did you know that Fatboy Slim was involved with the House Martins? I did not know that, but thank you for that information. Did you know that?
No.
More you know. Becca, what is your favorite? Oh, we said, what is your favorite style of music? So, MT or pop?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And for both of us, did you ever watch Simon's Cat on YouTube? I never did.
I've watched a few videos. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really for me, but I knew what it was. Moves 22 Allsworth says, "Are you in a support bubble with your girlfriend?" Well, if I was, we probably wouldn't be doing it like this.
No.
Yeah, you're in a support bubble. You're just upstairs. I'm downstairs.
Yeah.
But no, sadly, we have been at various points throughout the pandemic, but with the new lockdown restrictions, unfortunately, it's just not possible at present. But We can hope. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Okay, the camster has two aimed quickly at me, so I'll whiz through them. What happened to your intro, most of your videos, and why not put the song in the intro and put it in the new one? I just wanted a change. I wanted the Doctor Who theme in some way in my intro. I just wanted a big rebrand. And if there will be a Now 100 Hits album of the noughties, what songs would you pick? I'd be here forever. Look at the charts, whack it on there, done. Tall Autism, 2006. 2 for me, 2 for you. We'll start with you, ladies first. Oh, well, the first one is, when did you first meet me?
I first met you at LIPA.
Yeah, you did.
Where we where we studied, and it's been great ever since.
And what is your favourite video game? I think we've already touched on a few.
Yeah, I would probably say Animal Crossing.
And the 2 for me were, what do you think of 16mm film? It's an interesting format, but hard to preserve. And GameCube or Nintendo 64. That's hard. I'm only going to say Nintendo 64 because I've got more of an affinity with it. And we have one from Philip Hawkins, friend of the show, our first ever guest on AMTV Radio. Hello, Philip. Here's one for both of us. Is there a bit of pop culture that you have wildly different opinions of?
Oh.
I'm sure somewhere, I'm trying to think now, we have disagreed on...
Yeah, we definitely have.
Just trying to think. Well, I mean, Gogglebox for one, I don't see much appeal in it, whereas you do.
Yeah.
Trying to think. We must
nothing's looking out at me, but we have disagreed on things in the past, so
yeah. You're not you're not really into reality TV, are you?
Not really. I've watched it in the past, but I'm not really a fan.
Yeah. So probably, Gogglebox is the one springing out, but I'd say for the most part we generally agree on most things pop culture wise.
Yeah.
And Chat says, is there anything you and Rebecca both hate? Rude people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I don't think so.
Just rude people. That's it.
Yeah, just rude people.
You're rude, we don't like you. One from Jem Pringle says, countdown or 1 versus 100? I'd say 1 versus 100 for me.
I'm gonna have to say countdown because I've not seen 1 versus 100.
It's not on anymore, but you're missing out.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Countdown anyway. I think it's great.
Mastermind or Only Connect? I've never heard of Only Connect, so Mastermind for me.
Yeah, Mastermind.
And 15 to 1 or Millionaire? Is that a question?
It's not a question.
It's not a question. Chestnut Bloke says, question for Adam. In your opinion, what are the most underrated and overrated game shows? Oh my God, I've seen so many game shows. Well, 1 versus 100, that's underrated, man. Bring that back. I don't really have an overrated game show. The question for you was, do you have any favourite game shows?
I really like The Chase, and I know there's a new one as well. Is it Beat the Chaser or something? Where
Beat the Chasers, yeah.
Yeah, it's on later in the evening. I really like that version. I think it's great. I do like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah,
I think those two are probably my favourite. Yeah.
Big shout. And for both of us, do you think Joe Biden will be a good president? I mean, Trump set the bar very low, so I'd like to think so.
I would say yes, and that's because after the inauguration the other day, he changed 15 things to improve the lives of American families straight away, just like that. Things that Donald Trump had put into place, and he sort of didn't reverse it, but he changed it for the better very quickly. And I think if that shows anything, it shows how he's kind of going to lead the way to a better
and already he's put the US back in the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Agreement, thank God. So that's a good start in my book. And the last run of questions is from Milky Shake. It's a big old paragraph, so I'm finding the right bit. Okay, so there's 2 for me which I'll whiz through. Can you explain to the Americans what HP sauce is? Well, I might need your help. I mean, it's sauce. It's ketchup. It's brown sauce. It's the only difference is the name, right? It's not like a different recipe as far as I know, right? HP sauce.
I wouldn't know, to be honest. It's just like a brown sauce. If you have a brown sauce in America, it's like that. It's got a bit of spice in it. That's it.
That's HP
It's
sauce,
nice.
folks.
I must admit, I do really like HP sauce, but I wouldn't know how to describe it apart from that.
That's fair. And for me, am I going to buy Now Decades of Love and Glam Pop 70s when they come out? Yes, I will. And they will hopefully be reviewed on the channel. And lastly, for both me and you, what do you think of the Britney Spears album, Britney Jean? In their opinion, it's mediocre. And if you've never heard of it, I don't blame you guys. You're not really missing much. I do like Britney, but I more prefer like her late 90s to mid to late 2000s stuff rather than the more recent stuff. Have you heard of the Britney Jean album? I'm guessing that's the new album.
I haven't, and I'm not a huge fan of Britney. I would say the same as you. Late 90s, yeah, that was her era, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Princess of Pop herself. Yeah. And that is all of your questions. I mean, Becca, thank you very much for joining me to answer them today.
You're most welcome.
You guys have been very lucky. I didn't do the 30 question limit this time. I thought this is a special occasion. Everyone gets their chance.
I was going to say.
I did debate. I was like, do I do the 30 limit? But I thought, no, it's a special occasion. Well, I'll allow it all. But so next week will be a regular Sunday catch up with myself. We're back to the 30 comment rule. So remember, leave them down below and I will answer them. Becca, plug away your channel and your socials. Go for it.
Come follow me. Come subscribe to my channel. I'm Rebecca Phythian. That's Phythian on all social media platforms. And yeah, I would love to have you. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'm on my way to 200 subscribers. Woohoo! I'm not as big as Adam yet, but I will be one day.
You will. You'll overtake me one day. I can see it.
But yeah, just come support me. I do loads of fun little things on all of my social medias, and it'd be great to have you there.
That's a great pitch if I ever heard one. There you go, guys. Rebecca Phythian. All the links will be in the description. Go and follow her over on Twitter as well. You can keep up to date with her there. And yeah, Becca, just once more, my love, thank you so much for agreeing to come and do this. A lot of people have been wanting you on the show, so I'm glad you said yes.
I feel honoured.
In the 96th Sunday catch up. So folks, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave your questions down below. And until the next one, do you want to do it with me? You've heard me do it enough times.
Yeah.
And until the next one, I will see you guys next time.
Next time.
Bye.